Emma Raducanu was left in tears after being stalked by a man at the Dubai Championships earlier this year and is still wary when going out. Britain's #2 tennis player Emma Raducanu has openly shared her trepidation when going out of the house after a harrowing experience with a stalker at the Dubai Championships. Raducanu is back on home soil for Queens this week, which is her first tournament back in her home country since Wimbledon last year. But earlier in 2025, the 22-year-old found herself sat tearfully behind the umpire's chair due to persistent approaches from an obsessive man during her February match versus Karolina Muchova in Dubai. Raducanu recounted how she was left overwhelmed to the point of barely breathe and unable to see the ball through tears. Raducanu confessed the incident was heightened by a lack of stability in her support team, as she had no full-time coach at the time. Although still somewhat cautious about her surroundings, Raducanu, who stormed to glory at the U.S. Open in 2021, is eager to move on as she enters the grass court season, guided by coaches Mark Petchey and Nick Cavaday. She told BBC Sport, "It was difficult. It was emphasized by the fact I didn't necessarily feel certain or comfortable in my own setup and team, so it just added to the anxious feeling. I'm obviously wary when I go out. I try not to be careless about it because you only realize how much of a problem it is when you're in that situation, and I don't necessarily want to be in that situation again. Off the court right now, I feel good. I feel pretty settled. I feel like I have good people around me, and anything that was negative, I kind of brush it off as much as I can." Raducanu, who was knocked out in the second round by eventual semifinalist Iga Swiatek at the French Open, is dealing with a back problem, ahead of Wimbledon, having been plagued by continuous spasm issues for much of 2025.